Let's do this.
All right, there we go. It looks like we're feeding through to the folks out there. Let us know if there's any issues with audio or anything like that. We'll try to get that dealt with forthwith. As I usually do here on the podcast, I'm going to ask everyone, go to hankstrange.com, sign up for the email list, look around the site. There's a tab there for Lola's deals. Lola is sharing all the deals and stuff like that come across her radar. We're also selling the patches on the site. These are the two patches we have right now. We've got some 2020 commemorative patches inbound, which I have shared with folks out there, and I'll be happy to do it again if anyone wants to see that. As well as if you want to support us and get like stuff, cool shirts and other merch like this, like the Gun Nerd shirt, you can get that from Ballistic Inc. The website's there. There's also a link and everything on hankstrange.com for that if you guys are interested in that. All right, let me load these dudes on the let me see. Come on, there we go. Let's load everyone up right now. And I'm going to hit the open button.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation.
There we go.
Lifestyle
Make sure you
of
subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, Walter, ring the bell so you can be notified every time we go live. Okay, that
was loud.
Okay.
Oh, good.
That was
Wake everybody up.
That was loud. All right, I hope you guys have your big girl panties on because we are live. It's Friday. It's been a crazy week, a crazy day. Come on, let's see jazz hands, everyone. Let's get it popping the right way. Get it done the right way. There you go. So John Crump's doing jazz hands. We've got Rod Mills doing jazz hands. Walter Keller, welcome back to the show. Big shout out to Safety Harbor Firearms for sponsoring the show. We appreciate the support from the Keller family out there. This is episode 688 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. It's entitled ATF Raid Polymer80 and visit in quotes, other companies. So John's going to have some news on that. Let me just go quickly around and introduce everyone. You guys probably saw me and John live already tonight on the main Hank Strange page, YouTube channel. If you haven't seen that, when you get a chance, go over there and check out that video where we kind of like broke the news here and did a breakdown of it.
Would you wait?
Yeah, so John's got some stuff he says that's gonna break the internet, yo. So meanwhile, we've got Rod Mills. Rod, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
Good. Thanks for coming on.
Good.
Good to see you again. How's Jacksonville?
Busy.
Okay.
I mean, 2020 has man, I've been about 400% busier than I was last year. So
okay.
Yeah.
Good and bad.
Wow.
Good and bad going on there. So all right, we also have Walter Keller joining us. Walt, what's up?
Oh, happy Friday to everybody.
Yes, thank you. How's everything in your neck of the woods?
I'm busy. I'm getting a shop ready for those two machines I'm getting, but with all this recent events going on in the gun world, it's got me thinking about things that I do.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. I see you put up a comment here, 688 Los Angeles class fast attack submarine.
That's what the 688 is. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're like a Rain Man for that kind of stuff. Like
I used to work for General Dynamics.
688, 688 Los
Electric boat
Angeles.
division. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I get. Oh no, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I'll take the line.
Right. Okay, we've got John Crump. John, welcome back. Good. I've seen you a lot today, so.
I know, man. I've been like on. You guys see me everywhere. You know where you can see me at though, right?
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if I can guess.
Vote for me, guys. Vote for me. I'm gonna go drive.
Gundies.
Yeah.
Where was that again?
Gundies, the Gundies.com. Whatever.
Yeah.
Gundies.com.
Yeah. John's trying to get that award, working hard.
I just want to be in the top portion.
Yeah, trying to get that award. Yeah, make sure you guys smash those thumbs up. Share this if you can. Obviously, we're heavily sedated here by the YouTube algorithm or shadow band,
John,
whatever you want to call it.
John, are they using Dominion voting machines?
Well, no, but I do have a funny thing to say.
We had them on. They were on when were they on? Last night. Wasn't that last night?
Hey, a Russian hacking group contacted me and said, if you want to win, we can make sure that you win.
Oh boy.
This is how much it costs you to guarantee a win. I'm dead serious. I sent it over to Ben over at the Gundies. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I'm sure he thought that was funny. Right.
They wanted to charge $1 a vote.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
That can get expensive.
Yeah.
I was like, good. I was like, it would be cheaper for me to actually buy my way there than.
Yeah, Shooting Gallery NE is trying to get that breakout creator of the year. If anybody else is running, let me know. I'll throw your thing up there. You know, I appreciate.
So is it?
I don't have a lot of time.
Gundies?
The Gundies.
Yeah,
I don't have a lot of time. Do you want to jump into this, Hank?
Yeah.
I don't want to push you or anything, but
no. I'm just waiting for you to stop self-promoting about the Gundies.
Well, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a breaking story about me running for the Gundies, and we need to really talk about that.
Right.
Just go to the Gundies and vote for me.
Right. Okay. Let's get to the news that the people want to hear. Let's do that. Let's get to the news.
All right. I got a breaking story that's going to drop on MLand any time now. Right?
Okay. All right. Let us know when it's live. But what's going on here? Is this a follow-up to the news of the ATF getting raiding Polymer80 in Nevada?
Yes. Yeah. You already know a lot about what's going on with it because I called you and I was like, hey, I'm getting this information. I'm not sure if it's true. And it turns out that it is. And then I got some leaked ATF documents on it.
Right. So you're talking about other companies having been visited, right?
Other companies have been visited, but I'm talking about more than that.
More than that. Okay, but let's talk about the other companies being visited first. What other companies do you know that have been visited by the ATF?
One that's on record, I was getting visited now, and they're okay with me going. I don't want to blow up anyone who doesn't want to be blown up at this point, but Barnauls has been visited. They didn't turn over any customer information. It does seem like that's what they're going for. They're trying to get customer information to build some type of database, and I do know that they're running the customers' names through the NCIC system, which basically does a background check of customers. Basically, what Nick's calls to, and looking for people to do it. So that is Barnauls did give me a statement, and I think the same statement they gave to you after I talked to you, where they said the ATF did visit our facility on Thursday, December 10th, 2020. This is from Ryan Repp. He's the Barnauls VP of Marketing. It is my understanding they acquired about ourselves for the Polymer80 buy, build, shoot kits. Barnauls did not sell those kits. Polymer80 continues to be a great partner of Barnauls, and we proudly sell 80% products and other parts. So Barnauls is a really good company. They're not going to turn over your information. I'm pretty sure of that, which is good.
Yeah, and the thing to note here, I think also is that they're not going to stop doing business with Polymer80. And I don't have any kind of like official thing from Polymer80. They feel like, unofficially, there's like, these guys feel like this is a lot of BS, and they're back to, they're back to work doing what they do. And there are people still selling this stuff. And if people are concerned, there is a letter, which we spoke about in the video we did earlier today, from the ATF in regards to the Polymer80, right?
Okay, yeah, there is. But let's get into it.
I'm guessing from your face that letter has somehow been rescinded. What's the deal?
No, that letter has not been rescinded. The letter is legit.
Okay.
I do have the reasons why they determined to go after Polymer80 is because, according to the ATF, they're seeing more and more 80% frames show up at crime scenes. In fact, in New York, they just busted a guy who had a Polymer80 frame with a Glock selector switch.
Okay.
Which basically makes it a machine gun.
Right, but what they need to do with that guy is prosecute him, and when he's found guilty, put him under the prison. Right?
Yeah. Let's get into what the ATF is saying.
Mm-hmm.
And in these documents. These are documents. One of the things that they state, and this is kind of weird because I don't think this is right, but they said federal courts have repeatedly held that the GCA, which is the Gun Control Act, firearms definition applies to a collection of unassembled firearm parts, including firearm parts kits.
Mm-hmm.
That is something I've never heard the ATF say, that
That's bullshit.
a collection of parts.
Mm-hmm.
This is what they're
A
saying.
firearm is the receiver
Right.
with the serial number on it.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, how come
Like the
now?
mower.
Yeah, how come now all of a sudden they're saying a collection of kits? So if I go to Barnauls or any, like, let's say PSA, I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter, and I go there and I order a bunch of different parts for a gun, you know, and then I order a Polymer80. What's the problem with that?
Well, that's my question. If you buy all the parts and you put it in a cart and you check out, you ship it all. Are they shipping you a firearm according to the ATF now,
Right.
or do it have to be a pre-assembled kit? They're not really clear about that. They also state that the build, buy, shoot kits are firearms because the kits are designed to or may readily be converted to expel a projectile.
So let's go back over what exactly is in those kits, right? And I'm trying to find your
It's the jig, barrel, the lower parts kit, the slide, and the drill bits, and,
all right.
and the 80 frame. So yeah, here's the thing though. They also says that they are now saying that 80% frames and receivers require a case-by-case analysis that is dependent on the facts. But they don't actually say what the facts are or anything like that.
Where are you getting this information from? Is this something direct from the ATF, a leak, or a FOIA request?
This is a leak.
Mm-hmm.
This is a leak. They don't want this out there. This is for internal use only.
Okay, so these are internal use documents, instructions from which branch, from which part of the ATF?
This
Enforcement.
Enforcement.
Enforcement. Okay.
Okay.
And by the way,
Mhm.
go ahead.
And
Sorry.
here's the scary part. They say if an inspector sees a buy, build, shoot kit on the shelf of a gun store, they are supposed to call the area supervisor so they can arrange for a special agent to respond. The FFL is to be told that they are not supposed to dispose of the kit or transfer the kit, and they're supposed to surrender it to the special agent. And the special agent will decide if a special agent finds it. They will decide if an appropriate criminal investigation about the kit is appropriate.
Okay, first thing, an ATF agent. If anybody knows about ATF agents, which I do because I've seen them, they're nothing but pencil pushers.
Well, you have the IOIs, but the IOIs are supposed to contact their supervisor. That's supposed to contact a law enforcement agent.
Yeah. So when he says special agent, he's talking about someone. I mean, Vincent Sheffield that was on that retired agent. He was an undercover agent. You're talking about an agent, a special agent authorized to arrest.
Yeah, I'm talking about a law enforcement special agent, not the IOI.
Okay. Right. Okay. And so they will be looking to press charges against the FFL?
They could.
Mm-hmm.
For a parts kit.
Yes, if for a parts kit that comes with a receiver and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They could.
Well, it's technically not a receiver.
Right. Yeah, it's not.
I know what you're saying, and I agree with you 100%.
But I know what'll happen. And let me tell you something. I don't care what agent it is. Whether the guy that carries the gun, he's not authorized to determine whether it's criminal.
Mm-hmm.
He is not. Isn't that like a grand jury thing?
Well, he's authorized to arrest, and I think that's basically what they're doing if he believes that it's criminal. So it's going to be up to him whether you get arrested or not, which is kind of...
So basically what they're doing, and just to jog back a little bit to, for example, with Barnauls, who did put out a statement on this, as John said, And I asked them, did these guys, was the visit like a raid type of situation? Was it friendly? And they said it was like a visit, friendly, right? And they came to see whether or not they had these kits, which they don't, right?
Well, wait, here's the deal. This came from headquarters, but it was at the behest of the LA field office. They're the ones who've been pushing this.
Okay.
So the headquarters set it down, and the headquarters is leaving it up to the individual field offices to decide how they will.
So, I mean, Polymer80 getting raided, that's in Nevada. Barnauls is in Iowa. So, and then obviously I think that there's, you're saying you have some evidence that they're going out to other places. Are we talking about just the big stores? Are they going to smaller stores?
One of the places that I do know they went, that I don't want to blast them. They make a polymer lower, and they sell kind of like a build, buy, shoot kit. But they are I've never heard of them until today, and I think they have one location, and they have like a small store, and they just put it all together.
Okay. But potentially what they're looking for, and in this document leak that you have, they're telling those agents, if you let's say you just do your regular visit over in an FFL, and you happen to see this buy build kit on there, that you now need to call someone in to potentially arrest and seize that and arrest the FFL or
definitely a season. Arresting it will be up to the special agent, and basically they're saying like each individual instance is unique. So basically they can look at it and go, oh, that's not a firearm. Then another guy comes in and look at it and go, I think that's a firearm. And now you have a firearm.
Yeah, I mean, where's the precedence for this? Where's the authority that they have to do any of this?
I've never seen the authority. I don't think that there is, honestly.
Yeah, Harry's Holsters made this asked this question or made this comment. How long till the ATF is asking to ban 3D printers? I mean, with this crazy logic, how come they don't jump to, oh, that's a gun? If you have a 3D printer, you're in effect a manufacturer of firearms.
It's freaking ridiculous. Still going through documents. I have a lot of documents to go through. A lot.
Yeah. I feel like James Lawson. I feel like this is batshit crazy. This is insanity.
It is. It's something that they've never considered a firearm before, and now all of a sudden it's a firearm. And it's not a firearm because you can shoot it.
It's not finished.
Yeah. It's like, okay, well, if you have the parts, then, oh, that's a firearm.
My response is make it work. Assemble it like it sits and make it fire.
Yeah, but listen, Walter, at the same time, a bump stock is not a machine gun.
Well, we're not talking about bump.
I'm just trying to say to you, like all this.
This is worse than that, because that receiver or that piece of plastic is not a firearm.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go buy a bunch of sheet metal because I want a car, and I can just buy a bunch of sheet metal, and like I can say, hey, here's my car because it's sheet metal.
Yeah, well, try to register. Go down to the state you live in and try to register your sheet metal as a car.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just
see what happens. I get the thing about the bump stocks. Yes, it's not a machine gun either.
There's a whole bunch of logical or illogical leaps that these guys are making, and obviously, it's been acceptable, right?
Can I make a suggestion for anybody that's dabbling in these parts kits? Don't keep them all together in one place. Don't keep everything in one spot. Don't keep your little kit all in one nice little cubby.
But what difference if it's in your house? What difference does that make? And if you're ordering a Polymer80 frame on its own, right? And you get that frame, then you order from somewhere else the other parts. What does that mean? If they show up at your house, are they saying you have an unregistered firearm there?
Yeah.
Wait. Where does this registered thing come in?
Yeah, why do you got to register?
Where did we start registering firearms?
Because what they're doing is they're grabbing the list of all these customers, and what they have is a de facto registration.
Yeah. I mean, if you're trying to parse what I said, I mean, in effect, what they're trying to say here.
You got to think like a criminal.
Right. But okay, I understand that, but what they're saying is that if the stores have this, they're selling firearms that are not serialized. Okay, if you need a better word or whatever for it.
They know who they are, because nobody will stand up and say, well, John might know who they are. I'm sure there's probably names on some of these pieces of paper. I think I met with one of those guys before.
You did.
Registering firearms is illegal in Florida anyway.
Well, I'm not talking. Okay, I'm not. I didn't mean registering firearms, but they're saying that these things are in effect firearms that don't have serial numbers, and have not been properly manufactured. Right? That's what they're saying.
Well, the main thing is this isn't going to stop until someone gets taken to court and they find out that the ATF can't do this, and then all of this will then go away at that point.
I don't.
Look, I'm sure that's what Polymer80 is in the process of doing right now, fighting back against that.
I'm sure they're locking up. I'm positive.
Yeah.
In fact, I went and bought a Polymer80 today.
Okay.
See, you want to personally meet that agent, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Tick, 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 tick.
Dude, they already know who I am. All of a sudden, I started getting press releases sent to my personal email address from the ATF.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
That's not a shot across the bow, is it?
But listen,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, people have the right to assemble to build stuff, right?
Yeah. The ATF doesn't like me too much, by the way.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No. Can I tell you about a conversation I had one time?
Sure.
I had an email conversation with somebody from Polymer80, and they asked me if they thought you could build some type of 50 caliber that was like a Polymer80. And I was like, I don't think that would work very well. We're not talking about a 9. We're not talking about a 9mm here.
Well, they do. There is a printer out there that might be capable of doing it.
Yeah.
It's very, very expensive.
Yeah. So listen,
it wouldn't be worth the money.
Right. Let's get. I want to get this from Crump. So basically, what's your article going to be talking about that's coming out? Is it out yet? It's coming out soon.
I don't know. It's with editing. It's going to be talking about just ATF leaks and stuff like that. It's probably going to be a series of articles, to tell you the truth, just because the treasure trove of information that's in those leaks is a lot.
Okay. But essentially here, the ATF is continuing to rewrite rules, make up rules, and basically do whatever it wants.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
they're well outside of their whatever mandate they have.
Yeah, it has to go through. My article, it has to go through editing and fact checking and stuff like that.
Yeah. What can So where do people go from here? I mean, anyone can feel free to jump in on this. Where do you go from here if you're hearing all this crap?
I'm gonna keep on keeping on. Yeah. Exactly what I'm doing. I mean, the people out there, honestly, they're mining the customer information to look for people who are a prohibited person. If you're not a prohibited person, you probably don't have to worry about it. Doesn't make it right, but you shouldn't be worried about it. And also, this is more of the actual businesses and less of the everyday average gun owner.
Yeah. Well,
you're criminal. You're allowed to have an unserialized firearm that you built yourself.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. So I mean, so the connection that I would make here with this whole thing that I'm trying to figure out is, if the ATF is saying, well, we're starting to see these 80% builds wind up in criminal cases. Well, there's all kinds of guns in criminal cases. Criminals steal guns. They buy guns illegally. I don't know. The ATF has allowed guns to be sold to criminals and go across the border. Oh, wait, what? Right? They themselves have actually done that. So you can't, to look at the fact that guns exist and say, well, we have to start going after someone. That doesn't make any kind of sense. That's not the problem. If you have that criminal, you lock them up and do whatever you're supposed to do, prosecute them and deal with that situation, because the criminals don't care about laws and what's lawful or not lawful. They're just going to go about their business being criminals. Right? And their job is to take those guys out and not harass people that are doing lawful commerce.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to cut it short. The only reason why I came on is because Hank asked me to.
Okay.
Hank's worried about all the other YouTubers grabbing me. He's like, "Don't you talk to these other YouTubers?" He's like a jealous girl.
Hey, John, make sure.
I never said to you don't talk to the other YouTubers. So that's
no, you just
true.
said make sure you talk to me first.
John, make sure you do the Mission Impossible, like when they get the message and it self-destructs, because they could come and subpoena your computer to find out who sent that message, that information to you.
Oh, I'm sure Crippy's got his ass covered.
If you think John hasn't thought about that ahead of time.
They can go through my computers. They can go through all my accounts. They would never find out who gave it to me.
Right.
I have firewalls upon firewalls built, and
he's got a buster for the buster. I don't know if anyone even gets that reference, but
the big hit.
Yeah, the big hit, absolutely. Walter, don't worry about it. You didn't see it. It's a gun movie, though. Listen, before you go,
one thing where I get if the ATF is watching, where I get all the leaks from is not on any of my personal devices, and so therefore, you're not going to get anything because I have nothing on there.
So listen, Polymer80 told me to say that just say that P80 in no way was impeded, and we are not stopping.
That's they shouldn't stop. There's nothing they've done that's wrong.
They're not doing anything illegal.
No. And ultimately here, we all have to just go about our business being Americans and do what we know we're supposed to, what we're able to do and what we're supposed to do. And at some point we may have to just deal with this crap.
I think the ATF, the ATF, I don't think their plan is to shut down Polymer80. I know they don't think they can. I think what their plan is to try to intimidate. Right. They want to intimidate Polymer80. And I applaud Polymer80 and I applaud Barnauls for not being intimidated.
Absolutely, yeah. Same here. They're still selling it. You can still buy it. It's legal. You know. All of this stuff is nonsense, and ultimately we just have to figure out ways to put a stop to what's going on with the ATF. Maybe at this point they just, need to be completely dissolved, or we just need to completely ignore them. So
tell Paul to send me one of their kits. I'll take it and see. And hey, come on.
Yeah, I was going to offer if anybody wants to get one of their kits cheap, I'll be more than happy to.
So
if anybody who doesn't want the kits, give it to me. I'll take it. You know what?
Remember, I want you to remember, though, John, I want you to remember this. I'm your pimp, okay? So,
Oh, you're the
biatch better have my money.
So you're the ones that are supplying.
Don't get pimps. No, I'm just messing with you. So
ATF, you should watch Hank Strange is the guy that's supplying me with all the leaks. I don't know if Strange knows who it is.
Right. I got your leaks right here.
I feel a leak coming on right now.
I got your leaks. Okay, listen, John. I know you're doing good work on this, man. I appreciate it. I think people listen. We're not trying to panic anyone. People just need to be aware of what's going on, right? You just need to be aware of what's going on, and at the same time realize that you're well within your rights.
Build and build again.
You're well within your rights to build and all these kinds of things. They're obviously trying to intimidate people. Do
not let them.
Yeah.
Do not let them.
Yeah. Yeah.
MPA. That's what I say.
What is say it again?
Make politicians afraid again.
Yes.
Not by violence. So don't red flag me, but by voting and everything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have to say that so they don't red flag me or use that as an excuse, because I'm pretty sure they're probably looking for an excuse.
Yeah. Okay, good. I don't know. Did you have anything else you wanted to add? I know you've got a limited amount of time.
Yeah. Now there is one more thing that's very important to remember in this case. Vote for me at thegundies.com.
I gotta find. I haven't been able to find it. That's why I'm there.
Yeah, you can't find. Just go to DuckDuckGo and search the Gundies. Gundies.
Just type in thegundies.com.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah. All right. So you finished plugging stuff?
Of course. And company.com, I have a Patreon. You can go and give me money on my Patreon. No, seriously, I do want to plug the auction at company.com/Mando. It's to raise money for my niece. All my Patreon money, all my YouTube revenue, everything goes to my niece who is suffering from DIPG, which is a really bad form of childhood brain cancer. And just hug your kids if you have kids, because you just never know. And subscribe to me on YouTube, John Crump 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and my Christmas show. I got a big Christmas show coming up where we're giving a Mantis X10 Elite away, a Podovich, however you say it, loader, $100 gift certificate to one website, $50 gift certificate to another website, some patches, some books, everything else.
I guarantee you that loader is going to be declared a machine gun sometime here in the future. Oh, yeah. Walt's throwing up. There you go.
BlackSwanTactical.com, all proceeds,
Crumpy Militia.
Everything on Black Swan Tactical. T-shirts, patches, everything goes to my niece as well.
John, we got to get you down here to the Hacienda.
Oh, definitely, man.
Hey, how are you inviting someone to the Hacienda? Who authorized you? Rod Mills.
Well, Rod contacted me and goes, man, we got to start doing this stuff on YouTube called Breaking News. and then he sent me open an exclusive contract, which I'm going to sign and film tonight.
No, of course you're welcome to come to the Hacienda. Thanks, Rod Mills. No, of course John's welcome, as is Rod Mills for today.
And one more thing I want to plug is go to gunowners.org/volunteer and sign up to help in Georgia, whether it's making phone calls or door knocking.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right.
All right, John. Peace.
Let's see here. Okay, so I know there's a whole bunch of other things going on here that folks out there are probably going to want to get into. I think the SCOTUS made a decision, I think, on the election case.
I think they're going to hear it, aren't they?
21 minutes ago. Let me see. I'll pull this up. Looks like there's something from CNN, and I see someone was commenting.
Kathleen Music Lover.
Yeah,
she
Kathleen
said,
Music Lover.
He lost or something.
Let's see what this says here. Supreme Court rejects Texas and Trump bid to overturn election. The Supreme Court rejected a bid from Texas Attorney General supported by President Donald Trump to block the ballots of millions of voters in battleground states that went in favor of President-elect Joe Biden. The court moved to dismiss the challenges. Is the strongest indication yet that Trump has no chance of overturning election results in court, that even justices whom he placed there have no interest in allowing his desperate legal bids to continue. So it goes on with that. If you want to know, there it goes. That's the news. We just got to deal with it. Rod Mills, you're extremely close up here, just in case you don't know.
Oh.
You get the yeah, there you go.
All right.
Right.
That's what happens when you can't see.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I don't know if there's any reaction to that from you guys.
I mean, it was to be. I didn't think there was going to be a snowball's chance in hell, unfortunately. But I honestly think, man, you know what? I think right now he'd be better served in making sure that Georgia, the Senate thing is on our side.
And firing everybody at ATF.
Yeah, that too.
But I don't see that happening either, my friends.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know. I don't know what if a lot is going to happen.
Oh, that's going to happen. Oh, that's going to happen. It's going to be a firestorm after January 20th. You watch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure they've got a lot of plans.
And if the people don't get woke up and start raising hell, with the people who are supposed to represent them, then they get exactly what they're going to get. So, if you can't get these people, I don't like politics. I don't like that. Look, I got news for you. The Democrats, they want your shotguns too. They want your hunting rifles. They want your pocket knives.
Yeah, ultimately the move that they're going to do here is go after everything. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
So if you don't get excited and tell your people that represent you that you will not vote for them and you will do everything you can while you're on this planet breathing to make sure they don't get reelected, they won't take you seriously.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
The resistance. You just have to be the resistance.
Well,
that's just basically what it is, man. You have to be the resistance to all this nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, it's compliance, non-compliance.
Yeah, I just don't want people to, become apathetic or demoralized over all of this. It's not the end of the world. You woke up, you're breathing, you got life. You have the ability to keep fighting back.
Because as you'll, in addition to firearm stuff, you're going to see a lot of other. They're gonna flip on a lot of this stuff that Trump got rid of, and it's going to cost you more money to live, more money for electricity, so forth and so on. So
yeah. Average Joe Tube says, as I said, Adam Kokesh's dissolving the federal government ain't looking like such a bad option anymore, is it? Laugh out loud.
Here I'm scrolling through the firearms blog today. First thing we got, there's a award. Somebody should be awarded for the world's most ugliest gun.
The firearms blog?
Yeah, it's third article down from the top.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta find it. Hold on a second. Third article down from the top. So I see the top is Polymer80 that we were just discussing. 1, 2. Is it this Russian M1895 that I'm looking at?
Yeah, with one of these stocks on it. This thing. Remember this?
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on, Walt. I'm coming back to you here. Hold on. So what is that?
That's a Glock stock here. This is to put on a Glock pistol and turn it to a...
Right, and this is a revolver with that.
That is the Mosin revolver with it rechambered with a long-ass Joker-looking Batman Joker barrel on
it. So what exactly is the story here going on with this nonsense?
Well,
545 by 18 millimeter is a 22 caliber rimless centerfire bottleneck cartridge.
Some little legal caliber in Russia, and they're turning those old guns into something that, maybe the Russian James Bond uses. I don't know. All right, and then with all the stuff going on,
I once did a video like that with a Glock. I did something like that with a Glock back in the days.
Well, yeah, you can get long 1911 barrels and put the stock on it.
Yeah.
Make a carbine out of it.
Right. Right.
Let's scroll down a little further.
Okay, hold on. Now I'm scrolling down a little further.
Keep going down.
Okay, where am I going down to? Cold steel? We want to...
No, keep going. That's not the one.
Now
we're going down to corporate ignorance. Let's go down. It's just south of the... it's almost to the bottom of the page, I think. Smith & Wesson introduces a new M&P 15 22 pistol.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
With a brace on it.
Wait, hold on. Wait a second. Here, I didn't even see this. Okay, Smith & Wesson introduces new M&P 50. They brought it back. Did it go anywhere? Okay, so yeah. So basically the M&P, but with a brace.
I guess they're not scared of ATF and the braces.
Well, probably not. Actually, that looks cool.
Yeah,
then go down a couple more. There's Smith & Wesson introduces the M&P 15 pistol in 223.
Oh, then they did a 223 version.
Yeah, I guess it don't apply to them.
Oh, well, maybe they're not worried about it, or this was already in motion. It looks great. I would totally get one. How much is it? Wait, hold on. Let me see. I have the 1522, by the way, the regular version. Do you see a price on here anywhere?
I didn't look at that. I just saw it and just shake my head and going, what the hell?
I don't. There's
retail.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There's a bunch of stuff going on. Listen, there's a lot of stuff going on here, and maybe this was already in motion before all of this stuff happened. Maybe they're not,
concerned about it.
Yeah, maybe they're not paying attention to the news.
Maybe, like you were saying before, that's a little irresponsible, selling your customers guns that could be deemed illegal.
I think a lot of this is going to come back on companies. someone's going to want to, if at some point here people have to take these pistol braces off their guns, or file SBR paperwork, someone's going to be
brace.
Yeah, someone's going to be held responsible if we get to that point, right?
No.
And the reason I'm saying that, Rod, and I don't know if you're aware of this, but basically the ATF is claiming that that SB Tactical, as well as other companies, have been told that they don't have, they don't have approval from the ATF to sell the original SIG brace or the original SB Tactical brace, yes. And then there's one that they did with SIG. Those two, they have approval letters for. Everything else after that, supposedly they don't. They don't have those for.
Right, I saw that, but why would they SBR a brace when they could just SBR regular stock?
Because if you have that on there, ATF is saying that they consider it an SBR. So there's cases that are out there already. John did some work on this already. There's some cases out there that he got through FOIA requests where people are getting charges pressed against them, saying that they had illegal SBRs and they possessed something that had a pistol brace on it. Okay, so there's several cases. When I looked at that stuff, I saw several cases. SB Tactical said their statement is they're not aware of this, that they've been trying to get the ATF to give them standards so they can develop these things more easily and they wouldn't be rejected all the time, spend a ton of money. But at the end of the day, I believe that somewhere along the line here, they were aware of, by the ATF, that they did not have approval for this stuff, and they were still going ahead and putting it out there. It is what it is, man. Like I've said to people before, you want to do it. But you have to ask yourself, when you get in trouble, who's gonna be
coming
there
to your rescue?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I think? I think that they had already purchased those braces. They're trying to basically offload them at this point.
A lot of the companies, for sure. There's companies who are trying
while it's legal.
Well, yeah.
Before it becomes illegal.
Yeah, I think so. There's a whole bunch of stuff here, and I don't know exactly how up to speed you are on this, Rod, or not.
Oh yeah.
But for the folks out there, I would just say, you have to ask yourself, what level of risk can you take? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Because you're the person, when you get caught out there and you get in trouble, is everyone going to get together and defend you? And when you're getting these charges pressed against you and all that, what's going to happen? That's what we have to think about here.
Nobody's coming to your rescue.
Well, you got to also think about this. How often are people caught or prosecuted for having an illegal stock on a SBR or a brace?
Very, 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 very. Usually it's something else.
Exactly.
Right, you're getting caught for something else.
Yeah, I think I saw at least one of the cases here that the person didn't do anything other than own this gun. And so it's not that it's impossible. A lot of this depends on where you live and what happens, right? Let's say for some reason cops wind up in your house, I don't know, just make it up, however that happens. And then, they see something and they're like, yeah, we think this is a problem here. And they arrest you. Now you've got to prove that that's not a problem, right? And this whole thing winds up in court. And the reason why this stuff is coming out in the FOIA requests is because then when the prosecutors going after you go to the ATF and say, what is your determination of this gun that we've seized? Is this a SBR, or is this what's classified as a pistol? And when the ATF looks at whatever it is that person found, they go, no, that's not a pistol, that's an SBR, and they don't have any paperwork, therefore that is illegal. Right? So I'm just trying to explain it's happened to people. So to say that, it hasn't happened to anyone, it has happened to people. The question is with the companies out there that are making these things, are they aware of that? And then other companies that are licensing these things from those companies, did they do their due diligence and say, show us the approval letters that you have for this? Because in some cases, people have showed boxes and stuff that says, oh, there's an approval. This is okay according to the ATF. This is okay, right?
Right.
So
no.
Also, I'm more concerned as to why this isn't coming on mainstream media like CNN, ABC, CBS, Fox.
They're too busy propping up the Biden bunch. That's why.
Yeah.
They got their henchmen working on it. They don't need to spend their time on it.
Yeah. And so here's one of the things. I think it's Boss Hog asking this question. And he says, so did they make the SB15 illegal because it had a letter for it when I bought it? If that's the original one, no.
Okay. The original SB stocks are the AK stock. And if you guys remember, that AK stock was this big, bulbous, nasty looking. I think
that you could get your
arm brace. Big arm brace went over like a big.
Yeah, I don't know if it was originally for an AK, but yeah.
Maybe. Like the SIG brace.
Yeah, was the first.
And then the
very first
SIG
one?
brace was the other one.
Okay, so the very first one was for an AK.
Yeah, that's what I remember. The first brace ever came out was AK.
Yeah. CB says other braces had no letter. This has been in contention for years. The other companies out there, they say they have letters. If they've shown you one, they're either lying to you, or they made up that letter, fabricated it, or they do have a letter. And if they don't, I guarantee you, people are gonna be getting visited. And so the thing that's happening is that you saw that they didn't really go after SB Tactical, right? They sent a letter out to, or they sent out a letter to Q, right? They went after Q, and other companies those companies have not come forward.
They're going after the people that have been putting them together.
Yeah, because the people who are FFLs that are building and selling guns with those pistol braces on it, that's who they've been sending things to. And some of what John has been trying to say, that we're going to see more of this as time goes on here,
January 20th.
Yeah.
I mean, I laugh about it, but it's going to go. All hell's going to break loose. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be one thing after another. They're gonna do that on purpose just so you can't keep up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
And the poor Republicans will just go, oh, what are we gonna do? It's like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, your camera's a little off, Rod. There you go. Andrew 14 says ATF gave guns to cartels. 100% they did. They shouldn't exist. I don't believe the ATF should exist anymore. They've come close, but these politicians don't want to get rid of any agencies that they can use. They want every agency they can control to go after people.
Muscle.
Yeah.
Hey, Rod, look what I got, man.
Oh gosh.
Cake 12.
No, that's not a
Oh
K-12.
man, I got sterile teeth, man.
Who? Oh.
I don't think Rod knows about Terrell.
Yeah, Pterodactyl. He's a guy on the internet that he basically does videos how to fix small engines, lawnmowers, all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
But his shtick is he wears a wig and he's got the Terrell teeth in, the Bubba teeth, and all the other characters on the show all dress up and wear different outfits and all this stuff. A lot of good information, but there's always a little skit that goes along with it for some entertainment. So
I'm having a flashback of that Gandor hat back in the back behind.
Yeah, please let's not do it.
My cousin will come back for a special.
No, not today. Not today.
That was funny.
That was scary, actually. I watched that on my phone and I go, "Oh, that's scary."
Yeah. Bunch of different things going on out there other than this whole situation with braces and
ATF.
and 90% lowers and all that kind of stuff. One of the ones we did skip over real quick here, and Walter, I know you like knives. I like knives. I've got some of the Cold Steel knives. Let's throw this up here. GSM Outdoors acquires knife brand Cold Steel.
Yeah, I saw that on the Firearms blog.
Yeah,
I saw that too. Well,
yeah.
So much for that company.
Yeah, it says Cold Steel is one of the most famous modern American knife brands. In its 40 years of history, has brought to market a great deal of iconic designs. Founded in 1980 in California by Lindsay Thompson, the company has always been owned by the founder, who over the years proved himself both as a talented designer as well as an innovative and outspoken marketeer. Now, for the first time, Cold Steel is changing hands. And this is a Master Tonto model, which is very cool. Man, I actually wish I had one of these. These are awesome. So what is GSM Outdoors anyway? GSM Outdoors is a multi-brand manufacturer and technology innovator specialized hunting, and shooting gear. Announces the company's acquisition of renowned knife maker Cold Steel. So, yeah, interesting. So, the price was right, I guess, Walt. You got a Cold Steel there? Is that what you're flicking?
No, this is Chicom steel.
Oh, okay. What is that exactly that you have there?
That's one of the Viper Tech. They had a deal going. You get three out the front knives for $39.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if I've got any Cold Steel knives. Okay, hold on. Now, Rod, what's that knife, Rod?
This is a El Cheapo Smith & Wesson.
Okay, El Cheapo Smith & Wesson. All right.
A gun show special.
Oh, I've got some of those. I've had some of those, man.
Yeah.
At least when you lose your El Cheapo gun show special, you don't cry at night when you go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
I lost my best friend.
Yeah.
I like that knife, Walter. What is that?
That's another one of the knives that came with the $39 deal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
It was
cool.
Three out the front knives for $39.
So check this out. That's not a knife.
This
is a knife right there. This is the Rat 5 right here from Ontario Knife Company. That's a nice knife. Look at that.
That is
Ontario.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like Ontario stuff.
That's what I'm talking about, son.
I think Talon Sai had that on a video one time.
Oh, okay. All right.
Man, that is a nice knife, Hank.
Yeah.
Well,
Walter's.
Damn.
I'm surprised. I thought Walter, of all people, would have something Cold Steel laying close.
Can I tell you a Cold Steel story?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. Don't count me out yet. Just hold on just a second. I think I might have.
Sandy Claus.
Oh, you know something?
Oh, boy.
I have a Cold Steel training knife.
Oh.
Which is rubber.
Oh. Aren't you special? Aren't you special?
Yeah. That was hiding out right next to my Glock Arlie Army knife.
Okay.
I knew he was going to pull that out.
I have. He's one of my heroes.
Walter, you need to really encase that that Glock knife. I mean, that's going to be worth a lot of money, in the years.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to risk.
Hey, Walter, show that trading knife again one more time so I can get you full screen.
All right, I'm going to show you the Cold Steel. Oh, it says training knife. Let's see here, right there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, and then what was the other knife you were showing just now?
That was the Arlie Army Glock.
What is that, Glock 80?
The story behind this rod, if you haven't heard, Arlie Army, he used to rep for Glock.
Mm-hmm.
And he was at the SOFIC show in Tampa, which is put on by Special Operations Command.
Mm-hmm.
And we, for a couple of years, we had a booth at this show with our guns and stuff. And one year I bought some inexpensive paracord wrapped knives, and I had them laser engraved SOFIC, and I put the da on it. So I went over to the Glock booth, went up, talked to Mr. Ermy. I said, here's a letter opener for you. I just gave him one of my knives I had, and he goes, oh, wait a minute. Says a guy in the back, comes out the knife, signs it, and he goes, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's my Arlie Army.
That's nice, yeah.
He's a good
cool.
guy. We've said it 100 times before. Just really good guy. So.
Yeah.
I would seriously think about encasing that, Walter.
Yeah. R.I.P. Arlie. And by the way, man, we lost Tiny Liston also. Liston.
Debo.
Yeah. Walter, if you don't know Tiny Liston, did you ever see Fifth Element? Tiny Lister.
Yeah,
Tiny Lister.
yeah.
Sorry, I don't know why. I
Remember,
always call him.
he was the wrestler. What was his wrestler name?
What was his wrestling name when he was doing
Tiny
WWE
Lister.
stuff?
Tiny
So here, I'll
Lister.
pull up. He was in Friday. He was in the movie Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he died unfortunately at 62. I guess he had some COVID symptoms. He was in a ton of movies. He was in Friday, but several of the Friday movies actually. He was in Fifth Element. He was in the movie No Holds Barred with Hulk Hogan.
Zeus. His name was Zeus.
Yeah.
When he was in WWE.
Yeah.
WWF.
Yeah. In Fifth Element, he said, "Gentlemen, I think there's a problem." He had like a lisp. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was funniest in.
He was like the president.
Yeah. What was the line in Fifth Element? I'm trying to remember exactly what. He was funny in Fifth Element. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah. R.I.P. Tiny Lister.
He had COVID though.
I think so. They said he had COVID-19 and he was experiencing the symptoms. So.
Probably
he had been experiencing COVID symptoms in the days leading up to his death, according to his manager. So
he could have had some other stuff going on at the same time. So yeah.
Yeah. But at this point, the cops are saying that he is believed he died of natural causes, and there's no autopsy or anything like that. And then Ice Cube says, "R.I.P. Tiny Debo Lister." So there you go.
I saw a funny meme today about that. It was an angel that was missing a halo, and the angel says, "Hey, you got my halo." And they had him saying, "What halo?"
Yeah, exactly. That's what he did in Friday.
Yeah.
You know, that's
chain?
Yeah, that's how he got down in that. So he was in a lot of movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My grandmama gave me that chain.
Yeah, CB says all deaths this year COVID-19. No, listen, all aren't, but yeah, for sure.
No.
They're trying to sell it as that. So let's see. Lockjaw said, "I first saw him on an HBO show called First and 10 way back."
Oh yeah. He was a football player back then. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, you know.
Man, that was a long time ago.
Jeff Stevens said he could have had toe cancer and they blame it on COVID.
Yeah. Everything on that. Listen, I took out another knife, which I'm gonna show off to you guys. So this is the Blackbird SK4. Let me see. I will go full screen on myself. Look at that. Nice knife. Also from Ontario Knife Company.
Oh.
Very nice.
I'm not trying to pull away from your knife or anything.
Yeah.
Because that is a beautiful knife.
Mm-hmm.
I sold one of my trucks.
You sold a truck?
I sold one of the trucks.
Which one?
I had a 1941 a GMC 2.5 ton truck.
Oh, okay.
I sold it to a good home, so it's going to get
Sweet.
it's going to get finished being rebuilt, and they're going to use it. So.
Okay, awesome.
You know the guys that come to the military vehicle rally with all the tanks?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They bought it.
Okay, cool. Great. So now you can get me something nice for Christmas. Let me see.
Well, wait
I gotta
a minute.
figure out what I want.
I think I'm gonna buy you a car.
Oh. All right, that's fine. I'll take it.
Hey, you know what, guys? I don't know if you guys had mentioned this, but I didn't realize that Justin Adderley had passed away.
Who is that?
He used to be on your show all the time. Not on your show, but he was in the chat. Justin Adderley. I mean, he was on there. Yeah.
What was his name in the
Justin Adderley.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Justin Elderry. My bad.
Oh man, no. Wait, did we? I wasn't.
He was always sick.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know that. No, I didn't know that. I know that we did lose someone that was here in Florida that was always on the show. Was Justin Justin was in Nevada though, right?
Yeah, but you're talking about what's his name down Michael Bender.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he grew mangoes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I didn't realize Justin had died until last week.
Oh, where did you get that info from?
On his Facebook page.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Justin, man. That's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember he was sick, and I think he because he was older.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he was like last time I spoke to him, I thought he was in a nursing home or something, right?
Yeah, he was
Man.
in what did they call the place where they're about to die?
Hospice.
Hospice. Yeah, he was in hospice. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
You know. M. Gabriel says, Fifth Element, where'd he learn to negotiate like that? President's line, I wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Tony Lister was cool. I like, he made a lot of those movies just by being a big, massive dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And funny.
Yeah. So, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of not creepy, but speaking of people that died, a few years ago, a friend of mine died that I originally met from the gun shows, and then all that stuff. But you go to Facebook, and his Facebook page is still up. So it's, I guess you could say it's kind of a reminder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what? Let me ask you guys.
So
when someone dies, do you delete their phone number out your phone?
No, I don't delete phone numbers at all.
Okay. Let me take a look here. I mean, I wouldn't do it. Well, I have deleted people's numbers, but they didn't die. Trust me.
No, I don't delete. I might block. I might put them on block or something like that, but I don't delete stuff.
They became dead to me. So, you know how that is. But anyways,
what they should do on social media, when you pass and you go to someone's social media page, there should just be like a funeral pyre slowly burning. Like a little. There should be like however you want to do it. You know what I mean? Like you want to, however you want to go out. Like some people I know are buried and they have got a nice tombstone or.
Nope, I still got his number on my phone. So.
Yeah.
I told my daughter when I die, if I have a dumb looking picture up there, take that picture down and put a nice picture with me in a suit or something.
Yeah. I hope it never happens, but your eulogy, we are putting that teeth thing that you and Walter were just talking about. That's going on a permanent loop. I'm just kidding. Hopefully, look, it's, when you're born, you're guaranteed at some point you're going to leave the world.
Yeah.
Hopefully, in the middle of those 2 points, you get a lot of stuff done. So
hopefully, it's right after I just had a really interesting conversation with my significant other. There we go.
Right. Want to die with your boots on.
I will tell you guys, and I will tell the guys in the chat, before I die, I hope to own a Keg 12.
A Keg 12? Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, we can work on that real soon now. Come on.
Yeah.
That is my life's journey to own a Keg 12.
Now that go ahead.
I've been jealous of Tyven ever since he had his.
He's not the only one that has a Keg 12.
But he's the only one that I know that has one.
I've got one.
And you want a 410,
I have a Keg 12.
Right?
Yeah.
You've obviously never seen any of my videos on the Keg 12.
Well, I thought Walter just let you borrow it.
Oh no, that's his.
Oh, okay.
I've got a Keg 12. I have a power rig. Walter has a power rig too. So basically, it's a leather holster rig from Andrew's Custom Leather that holds a Keg 12 and a Glock and extra magazines.
Damn.
It's called the Firepower rig.
Oh, okay. Did you do a video on it?
Yeah, we should have. Yeah, we should have a video up on that.
Yeah, we did. We were doing that, and it was like summertime, and I was dying with that thing wrapped around my body. I don't know, it was hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's lots of morbidity going up there. Night Train says, I believe we're the only species that knows we're going to die. Vanessa Kitty, unfortunately, said, I lost 6 people close to my family thus far this year. It's us approaching the counts for funerals I've not seen since 1996.
For me, personally, there was a time, like when my grandfather died, my grandma, stuff like that. Every time it got around my birthday, somebody died.
Oh man.
Wow.
It was like oh, here it comes again. It's like
yeah.
Yeah.
But that spell passed. That spell passed. The
Right.
spell passed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Knock
Absolutely.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. All right. Let's find some other stuff here to talk about.
Let's get happy.
Who's getting a gun for Christmas?
Walter.
Uh-oh.
Okay. What are you getting, Walt?
I am getting the Wolf T91. It's called the T91. It's an upper that the a 223 upper piston driven, supposedly what the Taiwanese army uses. A T91.
T91. I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah, it's already in the house. It's already at the shop. I get to fondle it at will whenever I want to, but I can't use it till after Christmas. So.
Why is that? I don't understand.
It's a Christmas present, damn it!
How you're a grown man. You're a grown up.
You know what's in this box?
Okay. Other than your address showing on there, I don't know. So just be careful.
This is Peggy's Christmas present. It's a very, very sparkly, shiny ring. So,
okay.
But she picked it out.
Okay. Cool.
That's what we do, God, it's like, what she said, what do you want for Christmas? Like, I don't know. I just bought this gun, and I just bought one of these and one of those. So, but she's like, here, come here, I want to show you what I want for Christmas. And she had the computer, and she turned it, and she said, see that? That's what I want. I said, well, push the button and order it then.
You're so well trained. You're so well trained, Walter.
Hey, I love Christmas at your house.
Yeah. Can I do that, Walter? Can I show you what I want for Christmas?
No,
I'm guessing
we don't
no.
have that same relationship.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. That would be, as they say in the business, crushing.
that would be disturbing, as they say in the business.
Hey, have you ever had Walter and
No, I've never had Walter. Don't want him either.
I call him
to
Walter
infer.
I call him Walter number 2. What's the other guy?
Will?
He's just Will.
Yeah,
the funny guy that has the Uzi. He's
you're talking about Richard Hoffman.
Yeah.
Okay.
BWE.
You think he's a funny guy?
Yeah.
Richard is cray cray. That's what we call in the business cray cray.
Man. I love when him and Walter
Yeah. You're talking about Richard Hoffman of BWE.
Yeah.
He's working on my Christmas present, which is a MP5. Hopefully I get that done sometime
on
soon.
The first day of Christmas.
It might not be till after, but I don't care.
Richard,
it doesn't matter.
On the first day of Christmas, my Richard gave to me 1 and 5.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 machine guns, 3.
Where's Patrick when we need him? Come on.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Patrick is probably went out to dinner with his lovely wife tonight or something.
Him and the MP5. That's his
with his
friend.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, absolutely. Night Train says Rich H makes me laugh so hard I kick the slats out of my crib. And Brick says grumpy old men. Oh, Richard, yeah. He's something else. That's all I can say for him. That's all I can say for him, He shocks everyone I think he's just like, I think he's trying to be more cray-cray than Walter.
I don't try to be cray-cray. I'm just...
Yeah. No. It's all natural. This is what Lola says. Lola says, you just attract crazy people. That's what Lola says to me.
What the world would be without some people with a little bit of craziness,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, for sure. Let me. I by the way, I don't let Lola just look at stuff like that and order it out. I guess I would do the same thing as Walter, but Walter's really nice. What I always try to do is get Lola something real cheap and then use that as leverage to get myself something really expensive. That's my plan. That's how I go about it. That's how it's properly supposed to be done. But, Walter obviously doesn't understand. He doesn't understand how that
works. Hers costs more than mine.
Yeah.
Hank, since you are in cahoots with Barnauls, can you kind of like give me a one-up when they have that 15-round magazine for the Glock 48 to come in?
The 15-round. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
So
you don't know?
No, I don't know. The Glock 48 has a 15-round magazine?
Well, the Glock didn't make it. It was the Steel magazine that...
okay. I think I know what you're talking about. And that's not available there?
No, I can't find it anywhere on the internet. Anywhere.
What's the name of the company making it?
It's a Steel magazine?
Yeah. Hold on, you're going to make me look.
Because I was going to say, maybe they have you could get on the email notification when it comes into stock or something like that. It's tough to keep up with. First of all, Barnauls has so many things.
Shield Arms.
Shield Arms.
Hold on, let's see if we could find that and pull it up.
I can't find it anywhere.
Shield Arms.
No, Shield.
Shield
Arms.
Shield.
Shield.
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying chill out.
You're talking about Shield. Yeah, it sounds like you're saying chilled.
Chill.
I don't understand I don't understand your accent, sir.
Only you heard that, hey.
Was Shield Arms in the news recently? Sounds so familiar. Is it called the S15?
Yes.
All right, let's see if I can pull that up here. Let's see, S15. All right.
It's not stuff.
Seems like there's a whole bunch of things.
I'm looking too.
Mag carrier.
I found one for you, Rod. I found one.
Where?
The Glock's gun shop.
Okay.
No, you got to buy like 10 of them.
No, it says $37.99.
Right, you got to buy 10 of them.
10?
Yeah.
At $37.99
Yeah,
each?
pull it up. No, yeah. They will only let you buy it in bulk. I don't need 10.
I get
Why
that.
don't? Yes, you do.
That.
I can't even put ammo in all of them.
Yeah, you can. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Back order. What's the name of the place you saw it? Glock Shop?
Shop. Glock Gun Shop. Glock's Gun Shop.
Okay, let's pull this up here. Okay, so like Walter says, the status says in stock.
But when you hit add to cart, it does weird stuff on mine.
Exactly. Put 10 that you want to buy 10 of them and see what happens.
All right, see what happens. Yeah. Add to cart.
Let me see. Let me do add to cart and see.
I got a big black.
It looks like you got the Walter.
A big black.
I've got a big on top of the screen on up where the cart would be. It's like solid black. So I don't know what's going on.
So you've tried this site before?
Man, I've tried everywhere I could find on the internet, and I'm like,
well, is it $37.99 for one magazine?
Yeah, that's right. Oh. And that's actually cheap. They're normally $39.99.
Okay. Let me see. Let me go to the cart here because I put it in the. No, mine went into the cart.
How many did you put in there? One?
No, you know what? Okay, I see. I put one, but there's a message there. It says total cost of products in cart must be $180 or more.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What kind of nonsense is that?
In there.
We can get some other stuff. Come on, man.
Yeah, but what? Okay, come on now. That's a bait and switch.
Yeah, it is.
Type situation going on right there.
Hello, now, man. I got happy. I'm like, oh yes, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that sucks. Okay, that's shame on you guys for doing that. Whoever those guys were. Freedom Flash Ammunition says they have Subsonic 9, so that's those guys. By the way, and I'm gonna throw something up later on in my social media about this. I saw that there was someone faking on IG, someone was faking the Fort Scott Munition guys page.
Really?
Oh, wait, they just took it off. They just went private with it or something like that. Okay, cool. Let me so here, I'll share with you guys what I'm talking about just so that because this just came across. So this is a page called Fort Scott Munitions, and it has like 875 followers, but that's not the Fort Scott Munitions guys. If you're searching for them, let me see. Let me go to search here. Fort Scott. It should just come up easy. Fort Scott Munitions, there it goes. These are the Fort Scott Munitions guys right here, if you're looking for their page. But they were telling me that there was some place just like faking or copying their page. So that's BS.
Wow.
Let's see. All right, so a couple of things here that I want to pull up in relations to guns. You want to talk about gun stuff. Did you guys see that TMZ Sports had this boxer that has a bunch of guns? Terrence Crawford, which I don't think I ever heard of him.
Huh?
Terrence Crawford, Rambo ain't got nothing on me. Check out these guns, and it's him showing a bunch of his guns. It says he's deadly in the ring, but Terrence Crawford isn't one to be trifled with at home either. The boxing superstar decided to show off his massive gun collection Wednesday, which includes everything from pistols to high-powered rifles and even a shotgun. And then he goes on to say, "They say I got too many. I say I don't got enough." And this video.
This person's a boxer.
Yeah, he's a boxer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
I thought that maybe you macho dudes would know who. I don't know who that is, but yeah, he's supposed to be a boxer. So cool. Yeah, he said that's only like half his guns too.
Your microphone.
What was that?
Something's wrong with your microphone. Sounds like.
Who, me?
Yeah, for a second I missed. I lost.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me see. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you now.
Okay, cool. I think that's because I went to that. Look at that.
I thought it was mine actually.
Oh, okay. Brick says Terrence Bud Crawford is a bad man. So, and yeah, someone says massive. That's not necessarily a massive. But listen, let's not knock him for that, right? Like, listen, he's got some guns.
Hey.
He said that's not all of them, but, he's got guns, and he's proud of it. Kudos to him, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rodney Brady said that's Bud. So there you go. Yeah. And Eli80 says he's ranked number 1 pound for pound undisputed welterweight champion. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good for
Cool.
him.
Yeah. He actually looks like one of Lola's brothers.
Good for you, they say, right?
Yeah, that's awesome, man. You know what? Listen, kudos to him to like own guns and be proud of it and put it out there in the world and everything. I always appreciate that kind of thing, right? So,
Sure. Put them away, get them out of people's eyesight.
Yeah, get guns, get you some Polymer80s, get you some braces.
After all this broke, we were looking to see what they cost, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Everything's went up in price, including Polymer80s. So, but I might have to get one, just to support the
situation. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And Brick says can't wait for Crawford and Spence to get in the ring, which I have no clue who that is.
Obviously.
Yeah. Here's another. Let me just. What do you want to say? No,
I was going to say I might when I get my KP15 polymer lower, I might throw that T91 Taiwanese upper on it. That might be a good combo. Yeah.
One of those is for me, right? One of those. You got 2 of those?
We'll have to talk.
Okay. I'm always willing to trade for some ammo or something.
Yeah. You do.
Okay, I'm just messing with you.
Well,
maybe not.
Well, you got something I want, and we'll do a little swapping probably, maybe.
Yeah, well, maybe.
What? Wait, Walter. Hank has something that you want?
Yeah, I've got some guns. Walter doesn't have all the guns in the world.
No, I don't. By no means. So,
yeah, he's trying. He's trying.
Speaking of that, before you go off on another subject, that shotgun, your bullpup shotgun that you have, the one that you haven't shot, I don't think.
The bullpup shotgun?
The high standard.
Yeah, that old school one. Yeah.
There's one for sale in the current auction that I have some stuff in down here.
Oh, really? How much is it going for?
Last time I looked, it was like at $350.
Okay.
But that sale doesn't end till Sunday.
Yeah, it's probably going to go up because that sale tends to go really expensive. Jeff Stevens says everything's negotiable with Walter, and Freedom Flash Ammunition says MP5, please. So there you go. And Lamar Greenwood is reminding everyone to smash the thumbs ups, which I will happily do. All you guys out there, smash the thumbs ups while you're out there. There's another piece of news I did want to go to, which I've spoken about this in the past, and it's back up now. Lil Wayne pleads guilty in federal gun case. What? So Lil Wayne pleaded guilty to a weapons possession charge in Miami federal court on Friday. The rapper, whose legal name is Dwayne Michael Carter Jr., was charged in November. And I'll just read this out to you guys. It says, "Your Honor, I plead guilty," Carter said during the proceeding, where he appeared remotely before Judge Kathleen M. Williams. While Carter faces up to 10 years in prison, prosecutors will recommend a shorter sentence under a plea deal.
Oh, you know what he did today?
What?
He sold his freaking masters for $100 million.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's getting
sold
his masters. Like that. So all his music. His music.
$100 million?
Yeah.
That seems cheap for Lil Wayne, because I'm sure that's
very cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's probably trying to put some money aside because look, if he did a plea deal, they might bring that 10 years down to a couple of years, but you got to go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that works. So there's a lot of people out there that are depending on him. I'm guessing family members and stuff like that. You know,
that's unfortunate.
So the specific charge is possession of a firearm and ammunition by a convicted felon. So yeah, you know.
He says the shotgun's at $425 now.
Yeah. So there you go. That's probably why he did that. I wasn't aware of that. I didn't see that on the news out there. But yeah, you know, that's probably what's going on with that. Let me see. I'm trying to see what other. Rodney Brady says, "Bye, Wheezy." Yeah, Fed time. Fed time's coming up there, man. You know, that's a tough thing, man. They're gonna make $1 billion plus off of those masters. So,
$100 million is still a lot of money.
Nah, not for him. His masters are going to be probably double that.
In the lifetime, well, not in a lifetime, because that music will last forever. So I'm not sure who bought the rights to it, but yeah, over time they can easily make $1 billion, probably more.
Oh yeah,
off of that. So
that's like 10 cents on the dollar.
Yeah. Rodney Brady says it's a temporary sale for a number of years, not all of his masters. Okay.
Oh.
So there you go. Okay. Yeah, try to get some money. If you're gonna get like, he could plea, but they're gonna have to give him some time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is just how it goes. You're gonna have to get some time, and that's time of you in prison, and then whoever, all the people, all your entourage, baby mamas, mamas, you know.
Well,
lots of people that have to be taken care of. His own mom and stuff like that. So
there's some lessons to be learned in all that too. By the way.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Rodney Brady says Universal bought it, and they're buying up everyone. He says. So yeah, Universal's pretty big.
Today.
Go ahead, Hank. Go ahead, Walter.
I was going to say, today in the shop we had a Century Arms Walther 10 rifle come through for a transfer, and I'm seeing one right now on Grab a Gun. They're basically they're $1,000 for a Walther 10, and that thing is cheapo depot, man.
How much for it?
$1,000, $999.99
for a Walther 10.
A Walther 10, regular Romanian AK, nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
And the stock looked chintzy and cheap and plastic, but
And this was on Century Arms?
Well, no, this is on Grab a Gun.
Oh, okay, Grab a Gun. Okay.
And that's on their sale page. Oh my. Wow, such a sale.
Is there irony in your voice? Is there
sarcasm? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it was just a cheap feeling, crappy looking black plastic stock feeling thing. So not very high, not very high quality. No. So,
yeah.
I guess that's what happens when you're late to the game. So.
Right.
Anything out there on Grandmaster J?
No. I mean, I guess he got arrested. I don't know. I'm not really keeping up with any of it. You know, that's a.
Okay.
That's
I know he.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I know he got arrested, but I know I heard that he got released, that kind of, I'm like, why would they release him? I don't.
Who knows, man?
Well, they might be surveilling him a little closer.
Yeah. Or they arrested him on some whatever charges and then showed him the actual stuff they have on him and said, we're going to release you now and you're going to wear a wire and become an op for us.
And we're going to watch your every move. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Take us to the Super Grandmaster.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who knows what's going on with that. Night Train said he got his Wasser for $3.99.
Back in the old days, yeah.
Yeah, in the olden days.
Oh, yeah. That's what they're worth. They're not even worth that, actually, but yeah, that's what they're worth.
Yeah.
I have a couple floating around here. I got a couple of Romanian AKs, but with wood stocks and the proper, but they just had a really cheap feel about that one.
Yeah, didn't I try to sell you a Wasser and you were like, that's, wasn't that? You're like, oh no, that's too expensive. I bought those for $75 back in the days.
Look here, if we could sell it for more and get a little more jack aside from Mr. Cheapo here.
Right, no, I'm just messing with you.
Like I said, I could probably pull out 3 Wassers in this sector right here. So I have them.
Yeah, no, I'm just messing with you. Okay, let's see. Here's another thing. So this is on The Truth About Guns, and this is here. I'll just throw it up so you guys can see it. Firearms Policy Coalition files for Supreme Court cert in Walther versus Barr gun rights restoration case. So earlier this week, TTAG legal advisor LKB wrote about 2 promising cases that appeared headed towards Supreme Court. One of those cases is Walther v. Barr, which is Lisa Walther is trying to regain her gun rights after pleading guilty to lying on a tax return in 2011, a nonviolent felony. Now comes news via Firearms Policy Coalition that Ms. Walther's attorneys have filed for a writ of, how do you pronounce this thing? Certiorari, whatever? Certiorari, I think. Asking the High Court to review the Third Circuit's decision. Today, Firearms Policy Coalition announced the filing of petition seeking a writ. There it goes. So what do you guys think about that? Like if you got convicted of a nonviolent felony and you paid your whatever, your price to society and all that, should you be able to defend yourself?
You should be able to apply for to get your rights. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No problem with that. Mm-hmm. I mean, but you should pay the fees and everything else to do it, not the state or something like that.
Oh yeah, I think I agree with people having everyone should be able to defend themselves. If you're like if you did something that was real horrible, I'm not sure what you're doing walking around out there. But that's the problem that we have today, right?
Right.
There's a lot of people that do bad things and don't spend any kind of time in jail, and just keep getting put back out there to go after the rest of us that are law-abiding. But I think, especially in situations like this where, you know, it wasn't a violent crime that you committed, you should be able to defend yourself. So
I agree.
Yeah. Right. Elfsters is talking to us about the Supreme Court rejecting the Trump thing. Yeah, you know, it sucks. We at some point here we have to move on from a lot of this stuff and just keep fighting for the Second Amendment. The whole time, for the last 4 years, that's what we've been doing, fighting for it, and we're gonna have to keep doing that. So, Rodney Brady's telling us Jam Master Jay got freed on his own recognizance. So, when this came up last week, I remember saying I don't think it's a big deal. Do you remember that, Walt?
Yeah, you weren't really interested in it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought like it's something about it doesn't
work.
Right.
Yeah, something seems weird. Like, why would they just go after him and just like, oh, he pointed a gun from the ground up at the roof at some federal agents, and that's it that they went after him over. It didn't really feel like, okay, but who knows? Who knows what's going on there?
Maybe they're just using it as a way to
or maybe go ahead.
See what shakes out of the, you stir up the bushes and see what falls out of a tree,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Or maybe they arrested him and then he showed them his CIA paperwork, and they're like, okay, keep on rolling.
Was that a weapons training certificate that he had?
So yeah.
I went for training for him and education.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Oh, absolutely. I can't argue that. But maybe that was all, counterintelligence acting that was going on there.
Spy versus spy. How's that? Remember that from Mad Magazine? You ever look at Mad Magazine?
Mm-hmm.
Spy versus spy.
Wasn't one black and the other one was white?
Yep.
Yeah. Here's another. Let me see. Here's something that's also on the truth about guns that I thought I brought this up somewhere, but here's another thing talking about crazy people in the news. Judge removes St. Louis prosecutor Kim Gardner from McCloskey case.
I saw that. I had to laugh.
Kim Gardner has been one of the nation's most politicized prosecutors since she was elected as circuit attorney for the city of St. Louis. The Soros-supported prosecutor dropped all charges against rioters and looters who were arrested during the violence that followed the death of George Floyd. But in June, when the McCloskeys stood in front of their home holding firearms as BLM marchers trespassed in their central West End neighborhood, Gardner sprang into action. And then they go into all that stuff. Well, I guess she's been, it says Circuit Judge Thomas Clark II on Thursday dismissed Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner and her entire staff, saying campaign fundraising emails Gardner sent to constituents that alluded to Mark and Patricia McCloskey's case raised the appearance of impropriety and jeopardized the defendant's right to a fair trial.
Did she send those emails out on the city or the state's email computers? Or
yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's going to be more charges to come on that one. So
yeah, because that's illegal, by the way.
Yeah. At the same time, I think these guys were knuckleheads, but they had, everybody has the right to be out on your lawn with your non-functioning gun, waving them at people.
Hey, if it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you want to take that risk? Yeah.
Yeah. Look, it did work to an extent, I guess.
It did work. Yeah. It's one of those. That's one of those things where it's like, is there 5 rounds or 6? That's like a Clint Eastwood thing. Is it loaded or is it not loaded? You're gonna take a shot at it. You want to see?
Yeah. Are you feeling lucky, punk?
Lucky punk?
Yeah. Are you? So yeah.
Did you see that movie, Walter?
I've seen that. Yes, I have. Yeah.
Oh, that you saw. That you saw.
Yeah, that I saw.
What was this? Jeff Stevens says he was told to stay off social media, but did a radio show. Are we still talking about Jam Master Jay?
Grandmaster? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm kind of tired of that. Aren't people tired of that conversation? I know I am. I could care less.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was tired when they first did Stone Mountain. So
yeah.
I mean,
I feel like that guy's an op. If you want my honest opinion of that whole thing, he's probably an op. You know, someone put those guys in place. Someone put him at least in place to get a bunch of people out there to do stupid shit and have us talk about it or whatever. And I'm totally over it. So,
I mean, you know, I looked at a video recently on the channel, the Vigilance Elite, and that is he's a former Navy SEAL, and he had a guy on there that is a former operative from Mexico. And the guy from Mexico, what he does, he goes around America and he teaches counter surveillance classes, stuff like that. So what they did was, the night that they had the riots in Atlanta, he had a group of about 10 to 15 students, and he actually told them to, hey, grab your a tablet, as a pen, and we're going to go ahead and kind of, you know, go over what we see that night. Man, you will be surprised the stuff that those riots were organized. Also, I mean, not that, I mean, I kind of knew that anyway, but they also realized that, guess what was missing out of all the hardware stores in Atlanta? Those breaching tools. Those same breaching tools were the same tools that they were going into businesses, opening them up, looting. And he said that, you know what? It was very organized. You had certain people giving certain things to certain people, and it was like I would say a orchestrated song.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I think we all understand that, right?
Yeah.
You notice how it's been real quiet lately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very quiet.
No one has anything to complain about anymore, I guess.
I guess, you know.
Yeah.
And to include, law enforcement had a particular role in it, they said. And I'm like, wow, you know.
Well, if the law enforcement is run by the Democrats, and Atlanta is run by Democrats.
Yeah. So here's something that someone reached out to me. Actually, my friend Mark, that you guys know. Or he was definitely on here when we did the election thing, and he wanted us to talk about it, talking about law enforcement. So who knows Rebecca Jones? Do you guys know that name, Rebecca Jones?
I've heard the name.
Okay, so Rebecca Jones is the scientist who had, you remember there was like, she said that Florida was faking
crazy lady.
COVID
got
stuff.
a raid on her house.
Yeah, so there was a raid on her home, and there's there's footage of this. Let me see if I'll throw up a couple of things.
You talking about the lady that did the COVID results, the statistician thing.
Yeah, so apparently the cops, there's body camera footage out of the cops going to her house. Like, they went there in force to get her computers and stuff, but they came with their guns out. Like, you can see right here, they're putting guns through the door. They got a sledgehammer here that they're going to go in. When they went in, they brought her out at gunpoint, and then they made the rest of her family come out at gunpoint. So there's, let me see, there's video on CNN of this as well, of them.
Yeah, that came out today.
Yeah, so so I was obviously, you know, there's this footage out there, and I looked at it, and you guys can, you know, you could take your time and look at it. Did any of you all get a chance to look at that video?
Yeah, I saw it today. Yeah.
Okay, what did you think about it?
I can't understand, why are they coming with guns on? She's a non-violent suspect or something. I mean, why are you coming with guns? You know, I mean, is there a reason for them to feel that, you know, they were going to get fired upon or something, or what? I mean,
why were they there? Why were they there?
Well, they were there to get computers, because they're saying she's like, they had a search warrant to see what data she had, right, on her computers. So they were coming there for that. And I was looking at the video. Apparently, the officer says that he called her before all of this or whatever. I don't know what actually went on there, whether they called her or not. I'm not sure why her lawyer wasn't notified, all this kind of stuff. But if this isn't a person that did anything violent before, I'm not sure what's going on here, right? Like, why are these guys showing up there in force? And then why are they trying to get her kids? Why are they pointing guns at her husband, her kids, and doing all this stuff? I'm not saying, like, I don't know what's going on with her or what her deal is, but why are the cops reacting like this and letting this get out of hand like this?
Does she know something that they've been lying about?
I don't know. I don't know.
When they come and get your stuff, either there's a reason they come to show us take your computers and stuff. I mean,
I think perhaps they were saying that she was, because she got into this whole thing with DeSantis, right, around the coronavirus, the COVID-19 stats and everything in Florida. I think she was saying that they're undercounting the stats here in Florida. So, now, so I don't know whether or not she has whistleblower status. What I'm talking about here is why did they roll? Yeah, why did they roll up on her like that? What was it? What necessitated that? Yeah.
It's called let this be a lesson to others.
Yeah. And this is one of the problems that people have with police officers out there. Now, I don't know if these guys are being overzealous, maybe on behalf of DeSantis. I think from what I'm hearing, DeSantis says he doesn't have anything to do with this particular raid or the situation that went down here, but this could have been handled better.
What agency was it? Was that FDLE?
Let me see.
Because if it's FDLE,
exactly who.
That's right.
Underneath the FDLE. Yeah, FDLE.
Yeah, that's underneath the governor.
Yeah.
But he doesn't tell him. The governor wouldn't tell him how to run.
He's not telling them about procedure and all of that. And then this is a high profile case. So right now, like, they're just giving, they're dragging like her family and kids and all, her husband and kids and all that out of the house. Like, why is all that necessary over something like this?
You would think that you could just make some communication and show up with a warrant, and most people, they're not going to fight you.
Yeah. Lockjaw says they were trying to prove she accessed government website after she was fired. All of that stuff, even if you're getting stuff from her home, you probably already have records to show that, and now you're just trying to get her stuff. But none of that necessitates you pointing, getting all this crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. That's, Well, I can tell you guys this, and Walter, you may want to chime in on this. You ever remember? Well, let's go back to the Vegas shooting. Mm-hmm. Why did there's still no evidence or video footage of that guy bringing those guns into the hotel? Nobody's ever released any type of video footage on anything,
and no one ever will.
Well, there's still a lot of lawsuit stuff going on with that, so you're not going to see any of that probably ever. So
no, we're not going to. And we know it's Vegas, and we know there's a lot of footage.
There's pictures of the employees of the place drug his guns up there. That's who took his guns up there. They brought him up there like they would bring anybody's luggage up to the top. Or whatever room, they don't look in your luggage. They don't.
Yeah, but we're not going to. Yeah, but we're not. We're not actually going to know whatever went on there. All we're supposed to believe is that he used bump stocks, which I have tried many times and they don't frickin' work. So we're supposed to believe that he did that. If he was going to do something like this, and it's easy to make machine guns, I don't know why. We can get into that. But what does that have to do with this particular thing, Rod?
No, it was just something I wanted to say before I forgot it.
Okay.
Well, one thing I've never noticed too also about the Las Vegas thing is none of the people that have ever been that were shot, you don't see them talking about it either. What they heard, what they saw, once again, there's also a lot of lawsuits involved and liability and lawyers and more lawyers.
And it's limited what people down on the ground would know about that, right?
Yeah, it was all people were hearing. They were hearing things that they want to hear. Yeah. Like when you get left in a dark room and you're tired and you wake up in the middle of the night, you see things. You ever seen things in a room? It's like, is that what I saw? Did I see that over there? No, it's like
Yeah, you
what was
don't
that
know if
note
you were
I
still
heard?
asleep. Yeah.
You
My
ever have
mind
a
playing
dream
tricks on me.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
that they were asleep, but you
Mm-hmm.
ever have a dream that's so realistic that you start to think,
Mm-hmm.
did that really happen? I'm like, I've had those before, and it's like, holy cow,
Mm-hmm.
that was scary.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've talked about this before. I've been wide awake and seen stuff that just. Because I remember when we first got goats, and remember here in Florida, a lot of the goats were dying.
Mm-hmm.
And our goats were dying, and I was going outside and there were goats dying, and I saw this one goat was dead, and then I looked up and I saw like this creature or something like that. I went back and got my AR, and when I came out, it was a cow. And I was like, what happened? Because, in your brain, like, you see this thing here, and then you're like, did this thing just come in here, kill this, and then go? And then what I realized, it was like a cow, behind. There's cows sometimes going through there. So sometimes in the shock of certain things, your mind just plays tricks on you, and you have to think about exactly what you're looking at. So,
Yep.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so now.
So anyway, I
So
think.
what is everybody doing this weekend?
Okay, we're going to that. Let me just wrap that. Let me just wrap that situation up. I think we all agree on that. Like, overuse of force here. This is a lot of what people complain about with police officers. Why are they doing all of this? And probably even they're setting their own selves up, right? If let's say she's on the other side with DeSantis, and you're going up there, you're going with guns drawn and everything, and just giving her a reason to get more footage and do whatever. Just go there nicely, politely, show your warrant, go in, take your thing, and go about your business. You don't have to treat it like they're terrorists living in the house. So
yeah, I mean, if DeSantis did have something to do and it was me, I'd say, hey guys, we don't want no problem.
Take it easy. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, you're gonna have your guns, but don't be pointing them at people and being,
Right.
all crazy like that.
Yeah. So I don't know what that's about. And guess who pays for that in the lawsuit? Guess who pays her in the lawsuit?
We do.
Yeah. The people who live in Florida. Yeah.
Okay.
When this lawsuit now for this nonsense gets settled, we pay for it. So, yeah. Let's see.
Hope they get something good.
What? Go ahead, Walt.
Hope they get something good from her computers.
Yeah. It might not be what they're looking for. It might be good, though. Who knows?
This is not. Oh, speaking of, the Mandalorian's on tonight, too. It's not the computer you're looking.
Yeah.
I've got to get Disney Plus, man.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking forward to looking to that when I finally get this day winds down, when I get home like around 11 or midnight or something like that.
So what's everybody doing this weekend? What's everybody doing?
Yeah. Go, Rod. What are you getting up to?
Tomorrow I have a class, basic pistol introduction class at 10. After that, I have to go get my car washed because I'm going to a Christmas party tomorrow night, and then got to wake up early Sunday morning at 8 o'clock. Well, not wake up. I got to be at the range at 8 o'clock because I got another class.
Ooh, busy.
Yeah. It's been like that since the middle of March for me.
You're a training mogul now, man.
Yeah, man. It's good, man, to be known as the guy to go to, for, if you're a basic, you're trying to learn firearms and stuff like that. Now, I would tell you this, Hank, you are so lucky to be able to have a range on your property, because if I had a range on my property, I would quit my day job and I would be 100%.
Now, my range is not for commercial purposes, so
yeah.
So it's not like it,
Oh, okay.
It's not a commercially licensed range. It's
you have to have liability insurance and all that stuff.
Once you do, so for example, our friend Trey from Aries Firearms Training Facility, and he was on this week. That's a big deal to actually have a range and run it, and look at all the stuff he went through to get the licensing and all that for that. So, yeah. And that's the reason why we don't have everyone over there, by the way.
Oh, okay.
If we're gonna do something, we'll do it at Aries. That's my de facto official range outside of my own like backyard thing, where Walter and I and some other people sometimes we do stuff just because it's convenient. But yeah, it's tough to actually own and run one, man.
Yeah, well, A lot of liability.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of liability. So,
Walter, how much would you think that the insurance for that would be?
Oh, we'll have to ask. What do you think?
Well, my base anyways, let's probably in the that's probably at least $10,000-$12,000 a year at least.
Mm.
I would think so. I mean, and if something happens, they'll quadruple it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
So if it's 10,000-12,000 a year, so in order for you to make a profit, you got to at least be making 30,000 to 40,000, to make it even worth doing it.
I mean, that's just the liability we're talking about. That's not the other expenses.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Maybe it's less for a range, but as a manufacturer, it starts out at about, and not for a big manufacturer, for a small manufacturer, it starts at about 9,000. And it did anyways. And then if something happens or you have a couple incidents, you know what they do? It's like the good hands people.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not easy. Even in Florida, I mean, you can go back or ask Trey like what he actually had to go through to get the licensing for that. Yeah. And they were writing bad stories about him in the press, and they made him do
his neighbors were complaining.
Yeah, the county made him jump through all these hoops and have to rebuild things and redo this and redo that. So it's a lot easier for you if you just had your own property and you were shooting there, or even if maybe you were giving people classes, but it wasn't really something that your county considers commercial. Once you jump into that commercial category, it could get a little, get to be a bit much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah. It's never easy. It's never easy.
Yeah.
Never easy. Yeah. Nothing good is never easy anyway. So.
Yeah. I mean, I would sell all my masters for $100 million so I could do it.
Hey, wait a minute now. What about my cut? Come on, I need at least $50 out of it. $50.
Okay, I'll sell it to you for $100 million, Walt. You can make a cool billion at least off of it.
Cool billion.
Yeah, at least a cool billion. Go ahead.
One thing I miss with Walter, and when he would go on his trips, like to Knob Creek and go overseas to the World War II thing, and those are things I really miss throughout this COVID thing.
Yeah, I mean, we probably, in all honesty, we might have went over someplace this past summer if this crap wasn't going on. But I don't want to travel, and we can't go to England. I mean, now you can go to England, but the pubs are all closed, and all the fun stuff is closed. So
and you gotta wear
we know
masks.
somebody. Yeah, we know somebody over there that has property and has a military vehicle show on her property and stuff, and that got canceled. Multiple events got canceled. So they're planning a big show next summer or in June, and there's a good chance I might be there if it goes on. So
yeah, there's that's going on all around the world, right? I think all around the world there's stuff like that. And it's not easy to, like, we traveled a couple months ago, we did some traveling, and it wasn't fun. It's not fun traveling under all these stupid rules and stuff like that, so not necessarily worth it. I do know this weekend, this week we had Jordan Stein on, and I turned on a video, I think last night, talking about the day of action the GOA has, Jordan Stein. There's some meetups here. Let me see. I'll roll this in. Here we go. So in Georgia, if you're in Georgia, you could share this with people. It's Day of Action, December 12th. In Savannah, the meetup location is 9 Line Apparel at 9 a.m. And in Smyrna, the meetup location is Adventure Outdoors, Remington Hall in Smyrna, and that's at 10:30. If you can do that, they're going to do some door knocking and talk about other things. If not, you go on GOA's website. They're talking about you could do some phone calls and different things. There's an app you can use. And you're calling up people who are generally friendly to the Second Amendment. It's just or knocking on doors. Just basically reminding people to get out there and vote in the Georgia Senate runoffs. So, I just wanted to let you guys know of that. I mean, this weekend, I think Rod asked what everyone's getting up to. There's a ton of stuff going on for us, a lot of stuff to catch up to. So even though I'm not necessarily, gonna be here doing this stuff over the weekend. There's always things to get done, man.
Yeah, I'll be at the shop tomorrow, and then tomorrow night we have an event we're going to. It's actually kind of a concert at a local a restaurant bar for Toys for Tots. We're doing that with the military vehicle guys. Collect some toys for the children's.
Oh, cool.
Marine Corps Toys for Tots.
Cool.
And then Sunday I'll probably be back in the shop trying to create some order because it's still in a state of confusion. So, and I should be getting some new machines by possibly next week, at the end of next week. So.
Oh, cool. You getting some new CNC machines?
2 brand new ones, yeah.
Awesome. By the way, for everyone who's still hanging out with us, we got like 5 minutes. Smash the thumbs ups if you're here. I appreciate that. So what's going on with these CNC machines, Walt, once they come in? What's happening with these things?
Oh, we're going to double our production.
All right. Awesome.
I could be making a bunch more AR lowers. I know we will, actually. Before that January 20th date.
Okay, how are the lowers going? So how are the because I know you did some Safety Harbor lowers, right? And the Cevis Passim ones.
Right. We've sold some of those. We still have some in stock. Going to be making some more of those. I've got enough material to make about 225 of them. 225 more.
Yeah. So Rod Mills, you got to get a Safety Harbor lower, man.
Yeah. For the 50 cal?
No, it's just AR lower.
Oh, you're doing AR lowers?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about 50 cal.
No.
Oh.
I should have 50 cal barrels pretty soon. He's working on that right now. My guy's doing the profiling. And then we'll be making some 50 cals too. So.
Yeah. Someone's trying to do some trading with you in the chat, Walter. Freedom Flash Ammunition says, Walter, I'll trade you 500 rounds of 165 RN or 147 HP for a tail hook.
You mean 9mm? Is that what I'm seeing?
I think so.
That's be subsonic stuff? For a tail hook. And when you say a tail hook, you mean a tail hook brace or the whole stock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys will have to negotiate that.
I'd have to see what we have in stock and all that, and talk to the CEO if anything's available. So, because I don't want to interrupt the people who ship things and such.
Yeah. And anyone who's looking for the lowers, where do they go?
Go to the website. They're on the website.
Yep.
And that's got to ship through an FFL. So.
Yep.
And if you're local, if you're in the Tampa Bay area or in Florida in the area, you want to come by in the shop and
get background checked.
Just make sure you have a concealed weapons permit so you don't have to come back in 3 days. But yeah. Yep, they're available. We have them.
Yeah, if you go ahead, Walt. I'm just showing the website. So if you go on the website and you see the AR-15 lowers and hit that, looks like something's out of stock. Hold on. The Cevis Passim ones look like they're out of stock.
There probably are. We'll make some more of those in the next run. We'll make more of those in the next run.
Okay, so. And then so the Safety Harbor ones are in stock still.
Yep.
You got a couple of those left over probably, and they have Safety Harbor Firearms, the logo and all that kind of stuff on there. So.
Correct. That's just our standard logo, like you'd have. Anybody has their logo on them. So. I was going to say about the Keg 12s. We still have some 410 Keg 12s in stock.
Don't say anything, Walter.
What?
Don't advertise it.
You better hurry up. You better put your deposit down, or I don't know if Walter's doing all that, but.
Anyways, and we have some 20 gauges, and then we have some 12s. The 12s I think are all. I might have a 7-inch one, but most of those are 10-inch ones. So I'd have to check availability. If you're interested, give us a call. We can tell you what we have. So
after this, you're not making any more of those, right?
The plan was not to. No.
Okay.
Not right now. I mean, there's other things to do. So.
Yeah, so they'll go on a hiatus.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Yeah.
Right.
But
hey, Walter, do they make a 410 slug?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, 410 is. I mean, they're just like. Wait, you didn't get?
Yeah, I did. I shot it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that thing is sweet. know.
Yeah, it is. I love that thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
You better hurry up and get up on it.
Hey,
Mills, get up on it.
Hank, I don't need all this pressure.
You better start training day and night.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I just had to put some new struts on the BMW, so yeah.
Excuse us.
So, Hank,
excuse us.
You know about that, Hank. Huh?
All right, so listen, here's what I'm going to do. We're almost done here, so I'm going to go around. I'm going to ask Rod, I'm going to start with you. Tell the folks out there how they can support you, how they can follow you, where all the places to go to. Find out about Scorched Earth. Good.
Actually, tune in at the beginning of the year. You'll be able to go to scorchedearthfirearmstraining.com. That will be my new inaugural website. It promises to be very nice. It should be ready around the first of the year. Also, you can hit me up on Facebook. Like my page on Facebook, Scorched Earth Firearms Training, LLC. You can also go to Twitter, Instagram. But if you go to the Facebook page, that's where I am most active at. Okay.
All right. Very cool. Walter, how can the folks? Walter's reading the comments, obviously. Yeah, reading the comments. A little distracted.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you
smash those thumbs ups while you're for anyone who's still here with us. Smash it. Yeah. All right.
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Safety Harbor Firearms. Also, there's stenparts.com. There's safetyharborfirearms.com. And then there's the Dirtfoot Racing stuff, which is also on the same social medias, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. So,
all right.
Stay tuned.
Absolutely. Okay, and on my part, you guys, of course, I would say everyone go to hankstrange.com, sign up for the email list there. Also, the website will point you to all the different things and places you need to go. If you want to know about social media, it's look under the Strangerholics tab. Big thanks to Safety Harbor Firearms for sponsoring the show. Of course, we appreciate Rod Mills from Scorched Earth Firearms coming through, hanging out with us, as well as John Crump doing double duty. He was
Crumpy.
Yeah, absolutely. Crumpy militia in effect around here. Do smash the thumbs ups and all that kind of good stuff. I'm going to run in the end right now. Everyone stay right there. All right, make sure that you guys subscribe here to the channel, ring the bell so you can be notified, and smash the thumbs ups, leave your comments, and all that kind of stuff. We're going to rip out the audio from this and put it up on iTunes and all the other places that you listen to your audio podcasts from. Who wants the last word here as we go into the Friday? Who wants it?
Rod, do something. Do something, Rod.
Preach it, Rod. Preach it.
What did Tiny Tim say? Merry Christmas.
Give me that chain.
All.
Give me that chain. No,
not Tiny Zeus Lister.
I'm
talking about the little lame Tiny Tim. And he said, "Merry Christmas to everyone," or something like
Merry
that.
Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Yeah.
Bless all the little bless all the little children in the world. All right.
Bless the little children.
God bless us, everyone.
Yeah, that's it. God bless us, everyone.
Right, okay. All right, yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Be safe. We're out of here. Peace.
Be good.